Her resilience would make most men pale in comparison. She was out collecting samples, risking her life to climb down into the wells. When spotted, she'd have to bolt away in a hurry. 9 months later, Erin had tracked down over 100 families, 634 people in total, all suffering from the effects of hexavalent chromium. Then came the devastating news from Donna. She was going to have to undergo a hysterectomy and mastectomy. Donna pinned all her hopes on Erin.
We're gonna get them, Erin, aren't we? You gotta promise me that we're gonna get them.
By now, this wasn't about money anymore. She was determined to get justice for every single one of them. With solid evidence in hand, the Department of Justice agreed to take the case. Finally, the power plant headquarters realized just how serious this mess was. They sent in a team of top-notch lawyers to negotiate, offering $20 million to make the whole thing go away. But Erin shut them down hard.
These people don't dream about being rich. They dream about being able to watch their kids swim in a pool without worrying that they'll have to have a hysterectomy at the age of 20 or have their spine deteriorate like Stan Bloom, another client of ours. So before you come back here with another lame-ass offer, I want you to think real hard about what your spine is worth, Mr. Walker. By the way, we had that water brought in special for you folks. It came from Well and Hinkley.
I think this meeting's over.
Damn right it is.
Ed brought in some reinforcements, who covered all the legal costs incurred so far. Erin was furious about it. She felt like someone else was just going to swoop in and take all the credit. Ed explained his dilemma. A tiny firm like his taking on a giant power plant? It was a pipe dream. More importantly, they didn't stand a chance of taking down the corporate headquarters for good. The local plant was just a small branch. Without concrete proof linking the head office to the contamination, they'd just throw the branch under the bus and walk away scot-free. All the data Erin had worked so hard to gather was handed over to their new partners. They tried to poke holes in her research, but Erin knew every detail about those 634 plaintiffs like the back of her hand. There were no holes to find. She remembered every name, every diagnosis, every family member, every phone number. It left those high-priced lawyers red-faced and embarrassed. But then the case took a sudden turn. The power plant headquarters announced they'd only agree to a lawsuit if over 90% of the plaintiffs signed on. Ed and Erin rolled up their sleeves and got to work, signing 150 people right off the bat. For the rest, they went door to door, explaining the stakes and getting them to sign the authorization forms. She was out before dawn and home long after dark, pouring every waking minute into this case. She sacrificed all the time she could have spent with her kids. But fate always looks out for a woman who's both kind-hearted and relentless. She met a man at a bar, a man who handed her a crucial piece of evidence. He used to work for the plant, destroying documents. Buried in the communication records between the branch and headquarters was a single line. That's right, the water's toxic, but it's better not to make a fuss about it. That one sentence was enough to sink the entire company. Erin returned triumphantly, armed with 634 signed authorization forms and that smoking gun of a document.
How did you do this?
In the end, they won the case, securing a whopping $333 million in compensation for the victims.
And he's gonna make them give $5 million of that to your family.
$5 million? I don't even know how much money that is.
Under the terms of the agreement, Ed's firm got 40% in legal fees. They moved the firm to a brand new office space. Ed handed Erin a check, but the amount wasn't what they'd agreed on. Erin was livid. It wasn't about the money. She felt like, even after everything, Ed still hadn't truly recognized her worth. Ed set the check down and walked away. Erin picked it up and looked at the number.